Yo, what's going on, guys? I have my Colt 1911 Series 80 here today because I've had this gun for 3 years. I got this on September 30th, 2010, and the reason I remember that date is because this gun's very special to me. This was my first 1911, and it was my first Colt firearm. So I always remember the date, September 30th. I remember opening it and everything. It was all special and exciting. It's a beautiful gun. This was my second handgun. My Glock 22 was my first handgun. But just wanted to show you guys the gun. I haven't shown it for a while. And it came with these grips right here. These checkered double diamond rosewood grips. And they're real pretty. I've had these on the gun for a long time, and then you guys saw in my earlier video I replaced them with these grips, these black rubber grips with the silver Colt medallion. I'm going to hold on to these grips because they came with the gun, and I'll always just keep them to the side. I wanted to show you guys the wear that's on this gun after 3 years of handling it and owning it and shooting it. I've handled this gun quite a bit, and I've shot it a lot, so it does have some wear, mostly just of me handling it. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, so I'll try to get a little closer to the camera here. The most obvious spot is right here on the back strap. Okay, if you can see right in here on the bottom how the steel is poking through. And then up here the finish still remains, but down here you can see how it's bare steel kind of. Okay, right there's like the most obvious spot that I've noticed. Okay, and then on the grip safety you can kind of see how the finish is coming off a little bit, and then obviously right here on the edge it's poking through quite a bit. Right here's another spot on the trigger guard. Whenever I'm holding the gun, when I'm not shooting it, I keep my finger outside of the trigger guard, and I always rest it right there. So right on this edge, the finish is coming off. Alright. There's a little bit of wear right here on the slide. There's a little line right there. That's just from whenever I fire it, it must be rubbing a little bit on the inside of the frame. It's not a big deal though. On the barrel, you can't really tell, you know, because it's stainless. In person, I can kind of see some marks on it. And then, you know, on the bottom, you can kind of see where it rubs up against the inside of the slide. But, I mean, really, it's in great condition. There's a little bit of wear on the front strap as well. My middle finger and my index finger are the two spots where I can see where they touch the front strap. The steel's not poking through, but I can see the color of the finish is a little bit different. And then obviously it came with 2 magazines. Magazines always have wear on them. And it came with these old style magazines with the old style followers. They're really not the best, but you know, just for shooting at the range, it's fine. And this is a great gun. It's very high quality. I've never had any issues with it. The only time I have feeding issues is once in a while when I use a magazine like this with this follower. Whenever I put in like a Kimpro Tac mag or a Wilson Combat mag, I have never ever had any type of failures or problems with this while shooting it. Okay, it's a very smooth action. I mean, there's like no resistance whatsoever. It has the original recoil spring. I would say that I have maybe 1,500 rounds through this. I don't know. I hear you're supposed to change out the recoil spring somewhere around in there, I think, but I haven't done it yet. It feels like it's alright, you know. So I don't know, maybe I'll look into that. But it's just a beautiful gun. It has beautiful bluing on it. beautiful roll marks, and I love it. And then obviously there's some wear on the takedown plunger, or this recoil spring cap, whatever you want to call it. There's no wear on the edge of the slide. I really don't holster this gun very much. I just really don't holster it. I just shoot it at the range pretty much, and for home protection as well. But I love it. I'll never get rid of this. This gun's very special to me. It's very sentimental. It's probably one of the most sentimental firearms that I own. And not only was it my first 1911 and my first Colt, I also got this at a time in my life that was very good. You know, a lot of good things were happening in my life at this time. Just really enjoyed it. So it's kind of like brings back some memories as well. But it's got a lowered ejection port. Like, this gun's like an old style 1911, but at the same time it has some modern features to it. It has raised 3-dot sights, white dot sights, really nice. But it also has your standard beaver tail, grip safety, your standard hammer. You know, the front strap is smooth. There's no rail on it. There's no front serrations. It's very traditional looking, which is why I got it. It has a stainless barrel, so that's obviously a modern feature. But it doesn't look like a you know, tactical 1911 or anything like that. It looks like a very plain GI type 1911. It kind of resembles the World War I style, the M1911. It has the long trigger and it has the flat mainspring housing. That's another reason why I got it. It just looks very old school. It has your standard serrations, you know, the vertical, standard grips, or standard thumb safety. Nothing's extended. It doesn't have the relief up here like the modern Colts do, where it cuts up a little bit more so you can get a better grip on it. It's just like a very standard 1911, and it's great. If you guys are looking for a good 1911, the Series 80, they make this in the government model, which is what this is, 5-inch barrel, and they also make it in the Commander model. That's the 4.25-inch barrel. Both are good. You know, Series 80, you can't go wrong with it. If you're looking for a plain, classic-looking 1911, the Series 80 is a great choice, and they also make it in stainless as well. But yeah, it has a very nice trigger pull. It's probably one of the best triggers I've ever felt on a 1911. Now, the tolerances are a little bit looser on the slide and the frame, you know. But really, it's a very smooth slide, and it's a very accurate pistol. And that's one of the reasons why it's so reliable, is because the tolerances are a little bit loose. I wouldn't say that it's ridiculously, you know, loose, but it's just enough you can kind of rock it back and forth. Don't let that keep you from buying it. Colt has done that with their 1911s for a long time. Their newer 1911s, though, like my Railgun and my Commander, the Combat Commander, the XSE model, that has both of those pistols have very tight fits on the slide and the frame. So I don't know if Colt changed their philosophy with that. I guess the newer 1911s that they're making as of 2012 or 2013 might have tighter tolerances. But I got this in 2010, and the tolerances are a little bit looser. But again, I have shot this quite a bit, so that you know, I'm sure that loosened it up a little bit more. But yeah, man, there's my 1911 Series 80, and I love it. I'll never get rid of this. That's all I got for now, guys. See ya.